like a breath of fresh air, right? Seeing me coming on here, sitting with me, not having to sit through my show intro, right? But also not having to sit through my show intro kind of means that I don't play my disclosures and all that good stuff. And that can sometimes get a little bit dangerous, right? But this will be a really quick discussion. Today, I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about some recent developments um, with vaccination phase trials. So today, CNBC International TV gave their report of Sanofi's announcements that they are not going to move on to the phase 3 trial, despite having the most positive outcomes in developing mRNA virus inoculation. So I don't know how I personally feel about that, because they felt like um, it's so many people out here with so many different pharmaceutical companies who have mRNA vaccines already, who are still currently developing and reproducing them. They wanted to focus more on their protein based COVID vaccine, which I feel like is probably going to be the absolute best option for people, because essentially that's what we need, because that's what's going to help mitigate um, the potential spread and protect people. So I am hopeful for their science and what that yields. I'm curious about you guys and how you feel. I know there are a lot of people out here who are anti vaxxers altogether. And I want you to feel supported, because I stand with you in solidarity. I do feel like right now the United States is doing something that I feel like is unprecedented, essentially. And it's definitely infringing on the rights of freedoms and rather rights and freedoms of people. I feel like it's extremely discriminatory practices. When we think about it, you're talking about people losing their jobs and potentially having to walk off their job just because they don't want to bend to your overreach as a government. And I feel like we're in a very, very dangerous place right now. So I'm curious as to how you guys are feeling about this. I know New York, I'm I'm not quite sure the specifics of how New York is deciding to conduct their court systems, but it kind of makes you feel a little uncomfortable, for sure. Because for me, what it's saying is that we really just don't care about the safety and well-being and the rights of human beings. Um, they now get to kind of pick through, filter through what cases they hear, and many people who are part of various unions and various class action lawsuits have petitioned the courts to hear and make a ruling on the legality of vaccination mandates by the governor, versus just encouraging people to do what it is that they feel is right. I feel like to mandate a vaccine and kind of do like, well, you're either going to be vaccinated or you're going to lose your job. I feel like that's a lot, you know, and it should be illegal, if not already very much illegal. Okay, so the French pharmaceutical company that I was mentioning, Sanofi, they are focusing now on their protein based COVID 19 vaccination. And I believe it's now moving into its phase 2. The one that they are vacating reproduction on is the mRNA vaccination that was due to go into the phase 3 trial process. And I definitely want to hear from you guys how you feel about the idea of potentially taking a vaccination that's protein based. Um, And a protein based vaccination basically would be similar to what you already get in your flu vaccination, right? Because it targets the way that this particular virus replicates itself through the proteins in your RNA. And so it's more similar to what we've already been getting prior to them doing a rapid approval for mRNA technology. Um, Also, I think it's very interesting that um, Sanofi is also moving into pushing the agenda of, well, if you're going to use mRNA technology, right, we're just going to go ahead and develop a couple of vaccinations for other diseases, a couple of inoculations and treatments for other diseases, like, for example, cancer, metastatic cancer. I think mRNA technology can definitely do a lot for metastatic cancers. I think it can prevent cancers from metastasizing. It could definitely be manipulated in a way where it's discussing the very controversial legal outcome of R. Kelly's case. And I just feel like there is really no need for us to have that discussion at this point, unless we're talking about what that means longitudinally for us as a community of people in a country that is supposed to be protected by double jeopardy standards attempts. So, uh, but yeah, let me know how you feel about vaccinations. Let me know if you are in one of those places where vaccinations are being turned down by the courts, like New York or California or Washington. There, I think it's Arizona. It's also having legal cases heard selectively. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods and how you guys are responding and what it is you're doing to keep yourself protected. Because here's the other piece to that. A lot of folks think that they are protected by getting a vaccination, and it doesn't protect you, in fact, from being infected, right? So, what are we trying to obtain by way of being vaccinated, right? And if you're a person who has gotten the vaccination and you're comfortable with sharing, feel free to leave that in the comments and let me know how you feel as a result of someone who has been vaccinated. Let me know what hopes you had when you became vaccinated, or if this was something that was mandated through your employer and you had to do it in order to keep your job. Let me know how you guys are feeling overall, because there are a tremendous amount of people who are dying that have been vaccinated. That's the reality. And they're dying from COVID. So, my thing is, what exactly are we doing? What's the purpose, right? Um, but let's have this discussion. Leave your comments below because I'm looking forward to delving into them and unwrapping, unpacking, and further discussions with you guys later on today. I do have to bounce off of here and get some work done. That is all I got, you guys. Later days. I will see you guys soon. Go out there and put positive energy into the